Have you asked me lawfully?
I'm asking you nicely.
Okay. Have you asked me lawfully?
Doesn't matter about the law right now.
What's you?
Okay, what's your name?
Bro, you don't know me?
What you got on your fist there?
Love. I need some lotion. You don't remember me? Damn, you got bad memory.
No, dude, it's coming back to you.
Come
here.
You can't.
Come here, Sergeant.
You can't take a picture.
Come here, Sergeant. Come here.
No, I don't need to come here. I'm good.
What it says over here?
The outside, if you like.
What does it say?
I don't know.
What does it say?
You tell me.
You don't know how to read?
You don't have to. He's
about to get locked up
Why would you lock him up?
for disorderly conduct. It's called disorderly conduct.
What kind? What are you
Yes.
talking about?
You're walking
disturbing
into the
other
road,
people.
disturbing people leaving this business.
Have you ever walked into a public building planning to explore and gather information, only to be told you can't film or document what's happening around you? This is exactly what one individual faced at the Henry County DMV. On a routine visit, what was supposed to be a simple tour quickly turned into a clash of rights and responsibilities. When questions arise about the boundaries of privacy in public spaces, the situation spirals into a conversation about what is allowed and what is not. Stay tuned as this encounter turns into an unexpected lesson on civil rights, the law, and the power of awareness.
GoPro may be out of commission today.
Afternoon, sirs. How are you? Pretty good.
Hey, how's it going, officer?
Pretty good. What you guys up to?
I'm just taking a quick
Take
tour
that tour.
of the building,
Gotcha. All right.
checking out the public spaces around here.
Story. Working on. Gotcha. All right.
How about you? What you up to today?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, it sounds like these kind of ladies have asked you guys to kind of move on.
Right, because they said they don't want to be filmed.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to inform them of what the laws are regarding being in a public space and no expectancy of privacy?
What I'm going to do is call from the sergeant.
Okay. It'd probably be better if you just informed them that when we're in public that there's no expectancy of privacy. That's probably your best bet. I mean, I didn't have to give permission to get on their cameras.
Yeah,
right?
but this is private. Government building.
Yes, sir.
You
Who owns government
You
buildings?
can do it outside, but not inside here.
Sir,
Who owns government buildings?
do it a camera. You get out of the way, I'm working.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was there somebody waiting? I was trying to speak to these guys.
Way.
Sorry
Come
about
this way, sir.
that.
Sir.
What's wrong with being in this public space?
Let's talk out here.
I can talk in here. What's wrong with being in here?
Let's talk out here.
Is there a lawful reason for me to leave this room? Is there a lawful reason for me to leave this room?
I don't want to be alone.
I'm not impeding any business. I was in the way. I moved out of the way. I didn't know this gentleman was
You're
waiting.
interrupting my
Just stop here for a few
customer,
minutes.
so would you move
I'm
and be quiet?
yes sir, no problem. I'll be quiet for you.
Pardon that, I don't know what that is.
Sir,
Yes.
they're administering a test for a driver's license, and they can't have the cameras in here right now. You just step out here for a few minutes.
Administering a test in that testing room over there?
Yes, sir.
So just step out here for a few
I
minutes.
was just over there. Nobody was testing.
Just for a few
We're
minutes.
not going to argue about who is and who is not testing.
But you just said that the reason I need to leave is because someone's testing.
Someone is currently testing. You are not allowed to videotape while they are testing.
According to what law?
We're not going to play the he said, she said game about
No,
laws.
I'm not asking that. He said, she said. I'm wondering what laws are you requiring me to step out by? Because you said that's.
Look, buddy. We've asked you nicely.
Have you
You're
asked
not
me
al-
lawfully?
I'm asking you nicely.
Okay. Have you asked me lawfully?
Doesn't matter about the law right now.
The hell did this pig just say?
Have you asked me lawfully?
Doesn't matter about the law right now. You
Aren't
cannot
you a law
have
enforcement officer?
the video camera while they are testing.
Is there a state statute that says that anywhere, or that you can direct me towards that I can see? No, sir. I'm in here to exercise my civil rights. Are you in here to stop me from exercising my civil rights? So then, why are you asking me to leave?
We're just asking you to step outside while they're doing testing.
But if it's not a lawful request and I politely decline it, isn't that allowed? Isn't that allowed? If you make a non-lawful request and I respectfully decline your non-lawful request, is that not allowed?
Hey, sorry.
Hey,
This is the question.
Hi there. How are you doing, Sarge? I'm sorry? Next door where? I'm not anywhere near a test.
Could I speak to you out in the hallway so that they can conduct their business, please?
Right
Yes,
here,
sir.
this gentleman here just went on a driving test.
Sir, can you
Oh,
please
okay.
step outside?
I thought you said he was conducting a test.
He just went on a driving test. That
Right.
doesn't tell me somebody walking the door wants to take it.
All right. Well, I was told there's somebody taking a test, which is over there, right?
Again, we're not going to he say, she say.
If you can, please step outside, sir.
I could.
Okay.
Is this a lawful request? I mean, I'll follow any lawful requests that you have. Are you lawfully requesting that I leave this publicly accessible area?
Politely, man to man.
I'm going to politely decline.
Okay.
I can politely decline, correct?
Hey, can you get away from these people over here
I
that
mean,
are
I'm
trying
trying
to do
to
their business? They're trying to
create space, but I'm
These people are trying to get their driver's license.
okay.
There's nothing on there that has driver's license number or anything, right? Because he was going through.
System, and we try to preserve it in the sense where it seems that for the public, it is very easy. There's a lot of screens that are wide open, a lot of information.
Yes, and that's why we don't, as long as we don't get, we can't see their screens.
On this particular end for this gentleman's driver's license portion, that is being captured in audio sense. I really think that is. That's what I'm more or less trying to say. As far as the visualization aspect of it, but since it's such a very open forum, there are things where people's voices might be lower. But with the particular microphone that you guys are using, I'm sure you can amplify. So with that being said, I'm just asking, like, this gentleman's a young woman right here. Correct. And he's providing information for his personal information. I don't really think that's fair. That's the reason why we're more or less asking is, if you speak to your friend who does have a boom mic, I'm sure it's picking up what you and I are speaking about. I'm fairly sure.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not giving you permission to film.
Okay. You're
Thank
A, you're a public worker, and B, you're in public. So you actually don't have that right to privacy in this place, ma'am. But thank you. Yes, sir.
If you'll come with me, we're going to direct you guys to the court administrator so that you could
Yes.
speak with her.
I don't need to speak to the court administrator. Does the court administrator need to speak to me?
This is why I'm actually speaking with you, sir. Your particular equipment possibly can pick up information that is being privately discussed between that particular.
It could possibly between them over there. It could.
Yes.
And do you know what law that would violate?
Well, I would think that would be just more along the laws of not Florida state statute laws, but as far as just common decency, this young individual right here, you know, I understand what you don't know. And with that being said,
So there wouldn't be a law, I guess, probably.
Well,
it would be more of a it would be more of a common courtesy issue, is what you're asking.
Well, I understand what you were doing.
Right.
I'm not opposed to what you're doing, but as far as the individuals that do try to have their private business, this is a very open forum. The way how this particular is set up.
Yeah, it seems like this place, you know, this one of the reasons we do this is to audit these places, is to come up with solutions to problems. It seems like this place should maybe make some more privacy,
Well,
right? Because
there
the expectancy of privacy is on them, not on us, right?
But there's times, places, and I understand that you have gathered a decent amount of information to be able to provide that information to the powers that need to change.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I do understand that. So I'm not gonna, as I said, I'm not opposing the fact of what you're saying. you have made your point.
Right.
And I'm not saying that your point is valid nor invalid. Right. That is not my position.
Okay.
So that's all I'm asking.
Yep. Well, I haven't yet had my opportunity to gather this content unimpeded. So I still want to do that. All I've done is been impeded by you guys. So.
By me speaking to you should not really.
Well, right, but I would like to do my tour, and I would like to articulate my information to be easily disseminated to the public within my cameras without being impeded.
Mr. I was just on Blanford. So we can go around the film in the lobby. It's not the transaction.
Correct. And that's more or less what I'm speaking to about. So, as I said, you were not.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Not an issue, sir.
That's exactly right, and thank you for training your guys the right way, and that was wonderful. Now they're educated as well.
They know.
Yeah.
We do understand.
Well, I don't know. I was almost forced out of here. I'm not sure if they understood before you arrived. We'll go with maybe. I said almost. I didn't say. I said almost.
You would give me the common courtesy if there's interactions between.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not trying to get anyone's personal information. That's not why I'm here.
I know.
That's not why I'm
understand.
here.
That's all I'm asking. Okay.
Yep. I am going to film some of our public workers in the course of their duties.
I understand.
Just so they know that, and you know that.
No, I do understand. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Cooperation, sir.
What started as a simple tour of a public building became a valuable lesson in understanding and asserting our rights. The situation serves as a reminder that in a democracy, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to our constitutional rights. The next time you're faced with an authority figure questioning your actions, remember understanding the law and standing firm in your rights is not just your privilege, it's your responsibility. Make sure you're always prepared, because as this encounter showed, an informed citizen is the strongest advocate for freedom. Now let's move from a lesson in asserting our rights to a new, equally intense situation. In the heart of New York, what began as a simple act of documenting public spaces quickly escalates into a heated standoff between an individual exercising their right to film and a group of law enforcement officers eager to uphold their stance on privacy. As the tension mounts, what should have been a straightforward encounter turns into a battle for transparency, accountability, and the protection of civil rights. What happens when the law isn't as clear as some believe? Stick around, because this interaction is far from over, and the lessons learned are anything but ordinary.
How are you?
Why are you filming inside the police car? What's your point?
Can I help you?
Yeah, exactly. Tell me why you're filming inside a police car.
What can I help you with?
Tell me why you're filming inside a police car. That's what I want to know.
I'm okay.
You're not okay.
I am.
No. Why are you filming inside a police car? There's no reason for it.
Is it against the law?
There's no reason for it. What's your reason for it?
That's subjective. That's your opinion.
So what is your reason for it? Tell me your reason.
Is it against the law?
You should have a reason to be filming something.
Of course I do.
So what's your reason?
I didn't wish to talk to nobody.
I'm sorry?
I didn't wish to talk to anybody. I just want to mind my business in public.
Mind your business. Don't film inside a police car.
Why not?
Why do you need to film inside a police car?
I have my reason.
By the window, right? So
yeah.
Can't film inside.
You can't film inside.
Why not? That guy's a captain, right? Or a lieutenant?
It's against the law to film inside a police
You guys
station.
came up to me just to bully me and lie to me?
No, I'm letting you know the law.
I don't commit crimes.
Inside a police station.
Okay, where am I?
You were filming inside the police station.
Where am I? Your Honor, look where I'm standing, Your Honor. On a traditional public forum.
Yeah.
Where my rights are strongest.
Yeah.
And you can't trespass my eyes.
There's no reason to film inside. You wouldn't want me filming
That's
inside
your opinion.
Police car.
This is our police car.
This is not your police car. This is the city of New York's police car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who funds it?
Yeah.
We all do.
No.
We all fund. We fund the precinct. We fund your salary.
You're not allowed to
we fund. I am, because you can't quote a law because I'm not committing a crime. I don't know why you came up to me to bully me and try to. Why are you listen? Why are you trying to bully me out of my rights?
I'm trying to bully you.
You are.
I'm just advising you.
You are. What laws? It's a film in public.
Film inside a police station.
Says who?
All right. Says the law.
What law is that? It's against the law to film in public buildings?
It's against the law to film inside a police
Inside
station.
a public building?
Inside a police station.
You know what the right to record act is? You came up to me to argue with me?
Look it up.
Yeah, we took those signs to court. Remember? We're in court right now.
It's reinstated.
No, it's not.
It is.
You're appealing it. She didn't make a final judgment. The lady did not make a final
It's
judgment. Stop it.
reinstated,
No,
you
it's
know,
not.
it's been
So show me
reinstated.
your finest message.
I'm not going to show you.
Show me your latest finest
You're
message.
not allowed to film inside the
I
police
can.
station. I'm letting you know right
I can. First, I can't. Give me a card since you turn your body camera on. How about that? You want to talk about laws? The right to know act is a law. I need your card, both of you. You came up to me and bullied me out of my rights. I'm not bothering nobody, bro. I'm not bothering nobody. I can if I want to. You gonna arrest me for photography? Are you gonna arrest me for photography? Are you gonna arrest me for photography? No, you're gonna ask me to leave, right? Right. All right then. I can't wait till we win this court case. I'm coming right back to your precinct. I record in precincts all over the city, bro. It's not against the law to record in a public. Listen. Lose the ego. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. It's not against the law to record in public buildings.
It is not. You're not allowed to film inside a police station.
I can. I can.
You cannot.
If I want to, I could go inside and record. You're going to say, oh, you can't record. You got to leave.
That's right.
Okay, and if I don't leave, what's going to happen? And you know what's going to happen? It's going to be declined to prosecute because we're already in court over those stupid ass signs.
That's fine.
There's a right to record act.
Just letting you know what the
A right to record act, which is the law, says that we can record law enforcement from public areas, including that public lobby. That's why we won that federal court case in the first place. But you guys are appealing it. You're appealing it right now, right or wrong?
That's your opinion.
Are you appealing the federal judgment? Is NYPD appealing the federal judgment?
I don't appeal anything. All right, I'm just letting you know. I'm advising you of the law.
No, you're just trying to bully me out of my rights. You are, bro. You are, bro. That's the walk of shame right there. Have a good night. What's up, man? I think this guy is a lieutenant or captain. Are you a captain or a lieutenant?
What do you mean?
You know, I always come check on you. We had a good conversation. You don't need me hanging. I've never been rude. I've never been rude to you.
Okay, what's your name?
Bro, you don't know me?
What you got on your fist, Dad?
Love. I need some lotion. You don't remember me? Damn, you got bad memory.
No, I do. It's coming back to you.
Have I been rude to you ever?
I don't think so, man.
No, I'm not a rude person.
I meet a lot of people, brother.
I'm good guy activism.
Okay.
You smoked a cigarette out here. We talked.
Oh, I did. I remember you now. Yeah. You came in a couple of times.
I mean, how many people come to this precinct to film?
It happens every once in a while. I don't get it. I mean,
what's up with
your thing,
what's up
man,
with your
but
officers daily and high telling me I can't record on the sidewalk?
It came down, man. It's legal. Yeah. They rescinded it for a little bit, and then
You talking about that sign?
Yeah. Came down from our legal bureau.
When? Can I see that finest message?
I don't got to show it to you. No.
I know you don't have to. I'm asking for the courtesy. Because Sean Paul Reyes is in court right now.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I know who he is.
You guys, we won it.
What is your purpose for doing that?
I'm just watching you guys peacefully.
I know, but don't you got better things to do, man? Go out.
This is a great thing to do.
Girls or something.
This is a great thing to do.
All right, listen, you do you, man.
Do you know the reputation that the NYPD has?
Well, are you saying there's bad cops? Yeah, there's bad cops.
I'm talking about NYPD in general.
There's bad
as a
lawyers,
whole.
there's bad doctors, there's bad everybody, man. People are human beings, man.
You think it's bad to record the police?
No.
So
I don't see the point. If they're doing something wrong, record them.
Yeah. You know? It's just called it's called government transparency, accountability, checks and balances.
I understand.
Once in a while, we come watch you guys.
It seems wasteful to me. I don't know.
No, you gotta. Somebody has to.
If it makes you happy, man. Hey, you do
somebody has to watch the watchman. You know what I mean?
Listen, if somebody's doing something wrong, you should report them. Absolutely.
Always.
But if nobody's doing nothing
Even when they're
wrong,
doing something right, I highlight good officers. If you do something right, you respect my rights, I highlight you. I shout you out. That's why when I came up to you, I shouted you out, right? Because you've never been rude to me. I mean, your opinion is your opinion. You want to give your opinion, that's fine.
I'm just wondering, man. That's why I'm asking you. I'm just wondering, man. Why don't you
what I'm saying is I shout out.
Meet some girls, have some fun.
I'm married, bro.
Hang out with your friends. I don't know. It just seems wasteful.
This is my job.
If it makes you happy, you do you.
This is my job.
Have a good day, brother.
Damn, you don't like the First Amendment? I thought you was cool. You need something. Maybe those jeans is too tight. Let's bring your kid to work there. You just gotta give that blue line fucking opinion, right? That goes to show they don't like transparency. Excuse me, Sergeant. What's that gentleman's name with the beige that I was just talking to? No, I know. I came in for a second. I just need his name and badge number. Can you tell me it? The gentleman that... What's your name and badge number, sir? You got a card?
No, are you recording now, sir?
Ma'am, I'm talking to him.
I'm talking to you. Are you recording?
Can you write your name down on this card so I can be on my way?
It's arrestable offense if recording south of police.
No, if I don't leave, I need a visible.
You have to leave right now. Come on, let's go. You can't record inside here. If you want to do whatever you want outside, you can do it.
I came in for 2 seconds. You're just being rude.
No, not you.
You're just being rude. You're just being rude. All you have to do is give me your name and badge number.
Right.
That's it.
You can do it outside.
That's it. I called you from over here. You ignored me.
You have to leave, sir.
I called you from over here. You ignored me. So I came in to talk to you. The fuck? Excuse me. How you doing? I just want to ask, was there a finance message that came down about the policy, the no recording policy? Are you guys... No, I'm talking about... Because what I'm saying is we took it to court and we won the initial injunction. The initial injunction we won.
You lost. Trust me. Okay, that's a fact.
Are you saying November 3rd we lost? They're still in the appeal process. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at. You guys we're still in the appeal process, right? There's only one person that can record in the precincts, right? Right. Is there going to be another ruling after that, or was that the final ruling?
Honestly, we don't know. Time changes. It might change. Yeah.
I just heard that you guys got a new finance message. Is there any way I could like FOIA request that or something?
I'm sure you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see the finance message.
Because she's saying that I don't even have a chance to leave. Because if I go in there recording, you have to ask me to leave.
Yes.
She's saying that I don't even have an opportunity to leave. That once I go in there recording, you could arrest me.
But she asked you to leave, though.
I mean, I left. What I'm saying is she confused me because she said that if I go in there recording without her asking me to leave, she could arrest me. Doesn't she have to?
Chief, she asked you to leave.
Right, but then she said that she doesn't.
Very nice in the beginning. And
No, you know what it is? I'm yelling. I just wanted your name back. I said, "What's his name, badge number?" And then she ignored me, so I went inside to ask her. I can go inside initially and record. You just have to ask me to leave.
You do. I know.
Yeah, so you asked me to leave, so I left.
Okay.
But I don't understand, if I'm going in for 2 seconds to ask for one little small piece of information, why be rude to me? You know what I mean? It's unnecessary.
You would be in confrontation.
No, I wasn't. Because
It's a matter of opinion, but I thought you would be a little confrontation.
I didn't mean to. It wasn't my intent. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Lieutenant King. Yeah.
Lieutenant King?
King. It's an easy one.
K-I-N-G?
Mm-hmm.
All right. God bless you. You've always been decent
Have
with
a
me,
good
so
one, man. All right?
shout out to you. Have a great day, all right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of white shirts here, man. What's good?
This encounter stands as a reminder of the power of the First Amendment and the right to record in public spaces. In a world where transparency can sometimes be blurred, it's crucial to understand that the law is on the side of those who challenge authority responsibly. Whether you're standing up for yourself or simply witnessing an event unfold, the lesson is clear. Know your rights, respect others' rights, and always demand accountability. The battle for a more transparent and just society starts with informed citizens who aren't afraid to stand up and speak out. Now let's explore a situation where a simple walk down the sidewalk turns into a tense clash between an individual exercising their rights and a police officer enforcing what they believe is their authority. In this tense encounter, a man stands firm recording public property only to be confronted by a sergeant demanding that he stop. The officer questions his actions, but the real question remains, what rights do we truly have when it comes to documenting our surroundings? Stick with us because this interaction is more than just a disagreement. It's about accountability, transparency, and the laws that govern us all.
Who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
I don't know. What are you doing?
You don't know who...
Are you taking close-up pictures of the inside of the car? You can't do that, okay?
Says who?
Says me.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Well then,
Okay,
get lost.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of these cars.
Watch me.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of the cars.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
You come over here all big tough guy?
Hey, you can't be taking pictures inside.
Says who?
Says me. It's a police car, okay?
And you, who are you?
I'm a sergeant, okay? I'm a supervisor.
Yeah?
Okay, yes.
And
you can't be here.
And you can get lost.
It doesn't work that way, my friend.
How does that work?
Hey.
What? You're gonna get in my face like this?
We'll find something else.
You think you're gonna intimidate me?
Who's intimidating you, man?
Then what's the problem?
I don't know. I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
You come over here all tough guy.
I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
There was no problem. What am I doing?
You can't be taking pictures inside.
Says who?
Says me.
What law?
I don't know.
Exactly. So get lost, tough guy.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, how's it gonna work?
I don't know.
Why don't you call your bobbies over here? Why don't you call your lieutenant?
No.
Other sergeants?
You show me out in front of the precinct with
Yeah?
taking some pictures of inside of the police car.
Dumb guy.
I'll take it.
What a dumb guy. Taking pictures of the inside of the vehicles that are public property. I'm on a public sidewalk taking pictures of everything that is open, visible from my eyes, okay? Which is First Amendment protected activity, and the tough guy shows up here and tells me I can't take pictures.
Taking pictures of the inside of the car is
you too? You want to get on my case too about taking pictures?
I'll be out at
Watson?
Dude.
And you?
Dude.
Words? Edwards?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. What are you doing taking pictures?
What am I doing taking pictures? What's the problem taking pictures?
Of the inside of the vehicles in the computer.
What law is that? What am I breaking?
I don't know. That's called private property. You can't.
That's private property? Come here.
You can't.
Come here, Sergeant.
You can't take a picture.
Come here, Sergeant. Come here.
No, I don't need to come here. I'm good.
What it says over here?
The outside, if you like.
What does it say?
I don't know.
What does it say?
You tell me.
You don't know how to read? Any of you guys know how to read?
What's your goal, sir? What do you need today?
I was minding my own business. This guy comes over here, gets in my face, and gives me unlawful directives.
So, hey, sir, can you understand why we may be...
I don't need to understand anything.
Well, I'm going to explain why he was concerned.
Why?
So we could be concerned that somebody is targeting our police vehicles or is looking inside there to see confidential information on the screen or in other things.
Okay.
So there's is a reasonable.
Whose
to ask-
responsibility
it is
to protect
reasonable-
confidential information?
It is reasonable.
Whose responsibility?
It's ours. It's reasonable
Great.
to ask.
Is it your responsibility to protect confidential information?
Sir.
Exactly. Exactly. So next time when a law-abiding citizen inspects his own property,
It's your property.
and you're my servant, that's my property.
That's your property.
Everything that's on you, my property, except your personal effects.
Okay.
This building, my property. This vehicle, my property. You all, you, every one of you work for me. I tell you what to do. I tell you how to do it. I pay your wages.
Is that right?
That's right.
How's
And
that
you
work-
answer to
how's
me.
that working for
So
you?
when you get on my case, being a law-abiding citizen, quiet. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Quiet. When I'm a law-abiding citizen and you get in my face and you start threatening me and you call your bobbies out here, assuming that I'm a criminal because you intend to do something against me, guess what?
What are you going to do?
You're going to get a piece of my action.
What are you going to do?
My freedom of speech.
Now you're
All of
committing
us
crime.
have a
Now
lot of
you're
things we need to do.
Get back to your
There are
job. I didn't call you.
everywhere.
I didn't call you.
We're here until
Who called you?
are not here. So
Who
what's
called
going
you?
on? What do you want?
Who called you?
Your
Who called you?
situation, your scene, your level of engagement
Yeah?
is going to make the police be here. And I do think that's your goal. I
No.
literally think what you are doing is trying to create a scene to get police attention, to
Ask her.
record it on
Ask
camera,
her. I was walking
to
down. I
record it
was
on a
walking
camera,
on a sidewalk.
and have this
I
interaction
was walking
be
on a
useful
sidewalk
to you
very
online,
quietly.
on a YouTube channel.
Whatever you think.
So whatever your goals
I don't care
are,
what you think.
I want you to know very clearly, sir.
That's right.
You are taking up valuable resources that could be helping the city.
Did I call you?
Because we are focused
Great.
on you.
Here's how you can end this.
So I think that's important.
This is how you can end this.
What do you need?
Go back to your job and mind your own damn business.
You need to not point your camera inside of police vehicles and record information off of our computers.
According to whom?
Don't do it.
According to whom?
That's it.
According to whom?
Sir.
What law is that?
Okay.
What law is that? Give me an ORS code that tells me that I am not lawfully allowed to look at anything that my eyes can see on a public sidewalk.
Okay.
What law is that?
We are going to leave, and we understand that you are not going to point inside of cameras
Unless
and
I'm
record
breaking
things
the
off
law,
computers.
you can take your orders.
You stay
and
on
go to
public
hell with
property.
them.
You stay out of a roadway. You understand? You stay out of the roadway.
I'm protesting at this point, so I will stand wherever the hell I want.
Have a good day, sir.
Get lost. That's how you should have reacted in the first place. You come out here and you harass me, a law-abiding citizen, that's the reaction you're going to get. Servants, get lost. Sick and tired of police officers harassing law-abiding citizens every day.
As this encounter draws to a close, it serves as a powerful reminder our rights, especially in public spaces, are not negotiable. Whether we're documenting the world around us or standing up for our freedoms, it's important to remember that knowledge of the law is essential. This is not just about the right to record, it's about holding everyone, whether a citizen or an officer, accountable for their actions. The lesson here is clear: always stand firm in your rights, know the laws that protect you, and never let anyone intimidate you into silence. Now let's move from the importance of standing firm in our rights to a situation where the very act of standing up for what you believe in leads to a confrontation with law enforcement. Imagine peacefully protesting on a public sidewalk when you're confronted by police questioning your right to be there. A group of street preachers armed with the First Amendment and their message finds themselves at odds with law enforcement as they try to share their beliefs despite the complaints of others. This tense interaction raises a critical question: how far does the right to free speech extend in public spaces, and where do we draw the line between protest and disturbance? Stay with us, as this conversation is far from over, and the answers are more complicated than they seem.
Took you so long. Good evening, officers.
How you doing?
Blessed. I'll be more blessed if this shuts down and stops treating women like sex objects.
One more time.
I'm blessed, and I'll be better if this place shuts down. How's work going?
Not bad. Not bad at all. How about yourself? You good?
Why are you here?
Because they called us.
Why'd they call?
Okay, we're not on their property, are we?
No, but saying that you guys are disturbing their customers.
Good. They're disturbing their business. It needs to be disturbed. This is an evil place. They're treating women like sex objects. That's not good. They need to stop doing that.
Yeah, but nothing illegal though.
It is in God's eyes.
Like I said, it's nothing illegal.
In our evil country, no, but it is in God's eyes.
I understand what you're saying, but it's nothing against the laws.
So, and what we're doing is not against the law. So
you can do whatever you want to do as long as you don't disturb with other people.
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
I mean, we're disturbing them because they hate the message, but the First Amendment protects our right to be here and do what we're doing, right?
But you're disturbing them. That's the problem.
Well, that's what the First Amendment protects. It protects speech that's hateful, that disturbs people, right? Because we're not even using amplification.
You're at the preacher like harassing them now.
You think just harassing is just justified?
He also has a...
Well, the First Amendment protects people doing what may be considered harassment.
Sir, I'd encourage
the
you
First
to
Amendment
not
protects
go in
that.
there to lust after women.
Free speech. This is free speech.
Jesus Christ said that if you look at a woman with lustful intent,
That's
you've already
fine.
committed adultery with her
He's
in your
making a
heart.
noise disturbance here right now.
How? I mean, you can. You couldn't hear him down there.
Man, you need to get right with God.
He's barely using voice amplification.
So that you don't burn in hell.
See?
The Bible's very clear.
Well, it disturbs people because they don't want to hear it, but that's what the First Amendment protects.
Okay, but you're disturbing other people.
But you care more about this.
Well, but the First Amendment protects our right to do that, to give speech that people
Well, you
don't
better
like.
look into it.
I have.
Because it's
nothing in this life is
if you're
worth
disturbing
burning in
other
hell
people's
for.
peace, their peace of mind.
What's
That's
the
what you're
point of
disturbing
having
right now.
temporary pleasure?
But there's a lot of speech that
if it's
does
just
that.
one to
That's
send you to
protected
hell?
by. There's a lot of speech that does that.
See how loud he is? I can't even hear you. Let's see how. See the problem here?
But he's using his regular voice.
So we can talk.
What's that?
I'm gonna take like a timeout so you can hear
I'm
what
not
he's saying.
saying you're in their property. That's you can stay here all you want, but as long as you don't disturb other people, do what you got to do. But with that, he's making a noise disturbance.
It's not even really working right now.
What's the ordinance? Is there an ordinance against using a megaphone?
Yes.
What's the ordinance?
It's loud enough to disturb other people. That's more than enough.
What are you talking about? What ordinance are you talking about? Are you saying?
What did I say? What did I say?
Disturbing people.
It's
Are you saying disturbing
called
the peace?
noise disturbance.
So what does that mean?
They don't want to be disturbed. Like you don't want to be disturbed either, right?
Well, but if you have a First Amendment, then
you
then you
keep
have the
saying
right.
about the First Amendment, right?
Yeah, the First Amendment in our Constitution.
You can look into it.
I have.
And it doesn't. Okay, so
It applies to what
so
we're
you
doing.
don't mind disturbing other people? Is that what you're saying?
I don't mind using my First Amendment right.
No, that's not my question. You don't mind disturbing other people?
Well, no, not when I have a right to do it.
I mean, is
They're
that
gonna be
what your Lord telling you to disturb other people?
The Lord tells me to warn people about hell to come.
Okay,
That they're going to
you're
die.
not following me. Is that okay to disturb other people?
Yes, it is. When they're in danger of hell. When they're in danger, and these people are in danger.
Alright, do me a favor. I don't want to give you guys any hard time, okay?
I don't see why you would. I mean, we're out here because of our First Amendment right.
Why are you picking on these people here?
Because it's a strip club. They're dehumanizing women, treating them like sex objects.
Okay, they're not breaking the law though.
They're breaking God's law.
Okay, that you can talk to your God, alright? Okay, not these people. Why are you going to take it on them?
Because they need to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. So that's why we're here.
Other people have their right to their own opinion.
Their freedom.
Yeah, and so do we. And we have a First Amendment
Right.
to warn
They
them.
might have a different religion, which they also have a First Amendment.
Yeah.
It works both ways.
So we have a right to be here and to express our concerns about them dying and going to hell. We have a First Amendment that
By
protects us.
disturbing other people.
Yeah, the First Amendment protects people doing that. Yes, it does.
No way, Jose. You
not-
can't go to somebody's house
you can't
and start
prove-
yelling
We're not
on
at
the
somebody's
microphone,
house.
'cause
We're
that's
at a
disturbing
business.
the peace. This is still a business, though.
Yeah, and we have a First Amendment to go to a business and warn them from a public sidewalk.
Warning is different. Disturbing is another. Right now, you guys are disturbing.
The First Amendment protects if you are disturbing the peace. The First Amendment protects your ability to do so. Free speech. This is our free speech. We're not using voice amplification or that. Well, it's not very loud. It's barely even on.
Other people are disturbed by him.
Well, they're going to be disturbed by the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And the First Amendment
Take
protects
Jesus
them.
out of the way.
I can't. I
Okay,
won't.
you can keep that to yourself. Okay.
I can't keep it to myself. They need to hear it. Right? They need to hear it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Please don't take God's name in vain, sir.
Listen. I don't want to give you guys any hard time, but he's about to get locked up.
You don't have to. He's about
to get locked up.
Why would you lock him up?
For disorderly conduct. It's called disorderly conduct.
What kind? What are you
Yes.
talking about?
You're walking into
disturbing
the
other
road,
people.
disturbing people leaving this business.
I'm using my free speech.
You're violating.
You're also violating their First
The protest
Amendment to come to an
As long
establishment.
as you don't
So you're threatening to arrest us because we're
You understand you're disturbing other people, though?
You're not listening to what he's saying.
When people,
I have been.
When people publicly protest, some people are going to be disturbed. You understand that's the nature of publicly protesting something?
You're not getting it. They don't want to be disturbed by you.
Right. And
why are you disturbing them?
And when
you want to be disturbed by other people? No, right?
If we have the right to disturb other people, if we are using our constitutional right on the public easement to protest, people can say they're disturbed, but anybody can claim they're disturbed. That doesn't infringe on our rights.
How about them?
What about
they
them?
got their rights to be here, right?
When we go to Planned Parenthood,
they got their rights to be here, right?
They could claim to be disturbed too, but we have a right to be outside of Planned Parenthood to speak up for those babies who are being murdered.
Listen.
And they can't tell us to leave and say we're disturbing the peace, because we're just doing what needs to be done as a protester on the public easement. That's our rights, and of course it's going to disturb some people, but that's the whole point. That's why we have the right in the first place, so that we can come out and do this and still, not be shut down by other people who don't like us, right? That's the whole point of public protest.
That's why our founding fathers created the First Amendment, so that we would not.
You only think about your rights. You don't care about these people's rights.
They don't have the right to not be disturbed.
They don't have.
The First Amendment protects our right to warn them from a public sidewalk. We're not on their property.
It's a one-sided thing.
No, if we were running a business, they'd have every right to come to the public sidewalk.
It's called noise disturbance. They don't want to be disturbed.
Can you give me the specific noise ordinance number?
Well, I can give you a ticket. It'll be written on there.
Why would you do that? I took it for what? Exercising their First Amendment rights?
I just told you. It's loud enough to disturb other people.
Based on what?
Based on you can hear more past the 75 feet.
What law are we breaking?
Okay,
what law are we breaking?
I don't want to give you guys any hard time, but if you want me to give you any hard time, I will. It'll be written on the ticket, all right?
Well, you're suppressing our First Amendment right now. You're threatening to give us a ticket and arrest us when we're exercising our First Amendment right to be here.
We got called in here because they got disturbed by you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm
And you-
trying to solve this civilly, but you don't want to listen.
Then
to
leave
it.
because
you just
we're
care about your rights.
No, I
and
care
you're
about
not
the First
talking about-
Amendment, and you
Sorry?
don't care about the First Amendment because you don't want us to be here exercising.
So anybody can say anything.
Yeah, that's what the First Amendment protects.
Based on how they feel, right?
Yes, the First Amendment
regardless
protects
their
that.
feeling, regardless their rights, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
They don't
That's
have the
how,
right to not.
how selfish
They
is
don't
that?
have the right to not be disturbed.
Read the First Amendment.
So you can disturb anybody at any point, anywhere. Is that what you're saying?
On a public sidewalk.
Because you got that right, First Amendment.
To a certain extent.
Yes.
But like
you're yelling and screaming with that speaker.
Yes, I'm reaching.
So you don't care
people.
about other people. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't want them to go to hell. You know, I don't want people
I
to go
got
to
that
hell.
part. I understand. I don't want them to go to hell either.
Okay, so
but
then you
there's
should,
a
then
rules
you should
and
be fine with
laws
this.
here to be followed.
So what law are we breaking?
Disturbance.
So what? Cite the law. What specific law are we
you are
breaking?
yelling and screaming at these people with that thing.
And then you're harassing them, walking up to them while they're driving off in their privately owned vehicles.
Well, can you show
can't
Can you
walk
show us
onto
a
the
law that we're
street,
breaking?
sir.
You said it, but can you show it to us?
I'm trying to explain to you here. Okay, it's called disturbance, noise disturbance.
So
disorderly conduct.
So it's about the megaphone. What if I was using my natural voice?
Well,
there's
yelling and screaming.
You know, you have free speech. I
Yelling
have
and
to project my voice so they can hear me. They can't hear me if I don't project my voice.
Okay, it's their rights not to hear you.
No, it's not. I have free speech.
How about
I
their
can
freedom of rights?
I can publicly preach in
They don't
public.
they don't want to be disturbed. They want to be free.
That could be anywhere.
right.
We go to abortion mills and do this, and the police allow us to do it because it's our First
I
Amendment
go on the
right.
streets
It's
and
our
preach
free
all the
speech.
time, dude. People can't say, "Oh, I'm disturbed by that. Now I have to get shut down." No, I have a constitutional right to preach on the public easement in a public area. And if any person could say, "Oh, that
As long as
disturbs
you don't
me,"
break the
that
law,
doesn't
right?
that doesn't
And we're not
infringe on
breaking
my
any
right.
law. We're breaking no law.
You
We're
are breaking the law. You're
We are
disturbing
not.
these people by yelling and screaming.
And that's not the
walking
law.
up to them.
That's not the law. We go to abortion mills and do this
I
a
didn't
lot.
write the law, okay? I just enforce the law.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that's the way it is.
You understand the concept of street preaching? Like it happens all the time in the United States, and people are disturbed by it a lot. But then people still have the right to be there and street preach and
That's
preach
why-
a message, right?
And then
people
some
are going
of
to be
them get
disturbed.
locked up. You know
People
that
are going
too,
to be
right?
disturbed by it.
Yes,
but they still have
and the officers
breaking
the law.
And the officers
I've
breaking the
never
law
seen that where
by
I've
arresting
ever-
them.
anybody
They're
harassing
violating their First
somebody.
Amendment rights.
They end up getting locked up. You know it, right?
Yeah, and they break no law.
Why do you think they get locked up?
Because the officer was breaking the law,
Because they
violating their
broke the
First
law,
Amendment
right?
You
rights.
can call it harassment, but it's not harassment.
I mean,
The First
I'm not
Amendment
here
protects
to
that.
argue with you about the definition, okay? I'm just telling you what it is, and I gotta enforce it if I have to.
You don't have to enforce
All
it
right?
tonight.
You can
Enforce the
talk
First
to the
Amendment.
judge. You can explain to the judge all about it.
Yeah, he'll throw it
I'm
out.
not here for that. I'm not here to make a judgment. I'm here to enforce the law.
Okay, enforce our
Okay?
First Amendment rights and let
And
us.
I
let's
just
see.
explained to you about the disturbance and disorderly conduct.
Yeah, and the
Okay?
First Amendment protects
If it-
our ability to do that.
Like I said, you want to argue about it, you can argue with the judge, not me.
He'll throw it out.
That's fine, but like I said, I'm here to enforce it. That means I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I don't want to charge you with anything.
You don't
I
need
don't
to.
want to issue any.
You don't need
You don't
to.
need to.
man.
We're
You
not
don't need to
breaking
be
the
a
law.
tyrant.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to explain to you here.
You're going to overstep your bounds. That's
That's
you
what I'm
that.
trying to
you're doing
explain
right
to you.
now.
Right? I don't want to go that route.
Then don't. Then don't.
But
Let us exercise
you
our
gotta
First
stop
Amendment rights.
what you've been doing here, right?
We're not going to stop because our First Amendment
And
protects
I
our
got to
right.
do what I got to do.
Well, why would you become a tyrant and treat and throw our First Amendment out the
enforcing
window?
law here.
No, you're not.
You're not.
I didn't make
You're-
the law.
There's no law that says that people have a right to
Didn't
not
I-
be disturbed. There's no law that says that.
Didn't I say it? Didn't I say that you're disturbing these people?
Yeah, the First Amendment protects the
It's
right to do
disorderly
that.
conduct.
The First Amendment protects our
Which-
ability to do that. Not just here, but anywhere. At abortion mills, we do the same thing. The police leave us alone because they understand we're exercising our First Amendment free speech. The free speech protects your ability to bother people with your words,
How
to
about
annoy
this?
people. It protects that.
I'll let my sergeant, talk to you about this.
Okay, that's fine.
Maybe they can.
Then hopefully he understands the First Amendment better.
More supervisors. Great.
We're not breaking any law. We're upholding our First Amendment rights to do what we're doing.
But you're not listening to me.
I don't think you're listening to us.
All right. I'm telling you, you're disturbing these people.
Yeah, and the First Amendment protects our ability to do that, to disturb peace.
Hold on a second.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sergeant Bushing, I'm audio and video recording this.
Yep, I've got you recorded too.
I do too.
I'm recording you.
Hmm?
Yeah,
The one who rose from death to be their representative. Through him you can have eternal life. Through him you can escape the bondage of sexual immorality. But you must reject your sinful lifestyle. You must deny yourself, pick up your cross and follow Jesus Christ. Stop relying on yourself, stop relying on your good works to save you. Rely on the work of Jesus Christ. Rely on the one mediator between God and man. Without him, you're lost. Without him, we're all doomed. We have been saved through God's grace. So we come and bring to you the message of reconciliation.
As long as you two stay on that side, you cannot walk up to any of the cars in the driveway. You cannot walk up to people in the lot. Okay, you have to stay on public property. That includes going in the driveway and walking up to the cars. You two can stay here and you can protest all you want.
Okay, do you understand that driveway is actually part of the public easement?
You cannot impede those people from coming or going from this establishment.
We won't do that. You won't impede.
Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a very busy street. I don't need you to cause an accident, and I don't want you to get hit.
Okay.
I don't want you to get hurt. Okay? And if somebody doesn't see you, it's dark here, and you both are dressed in dark clothing. Okay? The last thing I need is for one of you to get hurt. Okay? So please don't walk up to the cars, because if someone's not paying attention or they're on an earbud, they can hurt you inadvertently. Okay? Or they're pulling in here. Okay? This is a busy street. You can stay on the public way. You are welcome to go ahead and
they can hear you with your PA from
yes,
the car.
share your views. Okay?
You don't gotta walk up to it.
Okay.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, guys, have a good night.
In this encounter, the balance between free speech and public order is tested, leaving us with a valuable lesson. The First Amendment protects our right to speak out, but it also comes with the responsibility to respect the rights of others. The line between protest and disturbance is often blurred, but what remains clear is that the right to speak freely is a cornerstone of our democracy. Whether you agree or disagree with the message being delivered, remember this: our rights are strongest when we exercise them thoughtfully with consideration for the world around us.